Let's go out to Mesa, my friend.
Oh,
We've got an incident with the police. We've got an incident with a gentleman who had a daughter who was with him, and then all of a sudden wasn't. And then everything unfolded. Let's unpack this thing, man.
So I'll start from the beginning. I'm going to take you to August 6th. 6 in the morning, by the way, when a Mesa dad, Mr. Cockrell, called 911 saying that his ex had kidnapped his 4-year-old daughter, and he didn't know where they went.
Oh, how horrific.
Right? Needless to say, can be very concerning for a dad.
Yeah.
He says he was on the phone with the dispatcher. The dispatcher said, well, go locate and see which way they went. Probably not unusual. Like, give us a direction. Where should the police be looking, right?
So, a 4-year-old daughter
missing.
His
ex came into the house and took her.
His ex-girlfriend, who is the mother of the child, just took her.
But doesn't have custody.
Wasn't supposed to.
Correct.
And this man is obviously frantic.
Got it. So he says, I go down the stairs, trying to see which way they went. And he said, a Mesa officer was walking up. And I said, my baby is gone. He says he ran on the side of me and said, get on the ground. And I said, no, I'm not getting on the ground. My baby is gone. Again, Mr. Cockrell said. That's when a second officer came. He put his hands behind his back, but they put him on the ground, then handcuffed.
So the guy who called the police was handcuffed?
Yeah, thrown on the ground and handcuffed while trying to explain that his 4-year-old had just been taken.
Okay. Here is the Mesa man.
Did I miss anything?
I think you missed a few things that I'm gonna throw in there.
Okay, please.
It's not that you missed it. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay.
But the story, it goes a little bit further. Here's the man.
Here, just put my hands, man. I'm not going on the ground. Here, just put my hands. Would you stop? Please, would you stop?
They're trying to handcuff him. He has his hands behind his back going, go ahead. If you want to cuff me, but don't throw me on the ground.
Cockrell says he was trying to comply with officers putting his hands behind his back, and despite saying he recently had shoulder surgery and bad knees, he says the officers try to trip him and force him down.
Okay. All right. So a couple of things. And I think the one thing that I take away that we're going to play this clip. It's hard to listen to this man say this.
It makes me feel less than a person, you know, like, I mean, what do you expect the next time for me to call the police? I won't do that no more in my lifetime. I won't call the police and because it seemed like calling the police, you become a suspect.
Okay. All right. First off,
I can understand why he feels that way.
Yeah. When he called the police, they did find his daughter. That's number one. They found her.
Thankfully, she's safe.
Very quickly.
Yeah, she was at an intersection nearby with the mom. They arrested the mom.
Correct. And so right there, the police definitely did their job. Mm-hmm. They got the little girl. She's safe. Okay. Let's go into how this whole thing unraveled. Is it plausible that the gentleman from Mesa running down the stairs unfortunately rammed into the officer, or the officer going up the stairs rammed into the gentleman? Because that's how I read it. It looks like they didn't just pass each other. They physically
bumped into each other like on a stairwell.
Correct.
Okay.
So the cops see him like, is he running out of the house? Is this the guy that called? I don't know who this is.
And his version is, I can only go by. He says the dispatcher said, well, go tell us which way they went.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
And if I'm the dad there,
you're running
I'm
down the
frantic.
stairs. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But the police don't know that. So this guy is flying down the stairs.
So the police assume you're guilty.
But I don't say no. He bumped into the police and then he continued to go. Okay. Yeah. So I think the police are like, okay, we don't really know what's going on here. We've got a frantic man. We got to figure this out. Okay. Now the officer asked him to sit down several times, and he didn't do that. And
I don't want to sit down. I don't have to sit down.
I guess you don't.
I don't have to sit down.
You're not going to make the situation any better.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're trying to help you. We're going to try and find your daughter.
You can help me standing up.
Can you sit down? And can you help us make the situation a little bit easier? He ignored and refused the request. Now,
they're not lawful requests.
Does that mean that he has to be tossed down to the ground?
Absolutely not.
No, but you got to listen to police.
No, you don't.
If you don't listen to police,
no, actually, you don't.
Okay.
You do not have to follow unlawful commands. You do.
I don't think there's anything unlawful about asking. Just, hey, listen.
They can ask, and I can say no.
Can you just sit down? Let's talk about this.
Officer,
let's sit down.
I choose to stand. Thank you.
Okay. That's not what he did, though.
Officer, why don't you sit down?
Right, but that's not what he did.
Officer, you have a seat on the ground, and we'll have a conversation. No. I'm a grown man. You can't tell me to go sit on the ground.
Of course you can. Of course
and
you
I
can.
can say pound sand.
All right, but but again,
I am well within my legal rights to tell you, you can jump off a cliff. I'm not sitting down.
Okay. You're not helping the situation. Do you
I
want
don't
your
care.
daughter found or do you not want your daughter found?
Well, it doesn't
If
sound...
you want your daughter found, let me try and help you. Can you just calm down a second? I understand how frantic you are. I understand you're running around. You just passed me.
But they're treating him like a suspect, not like the victim.
I think they're trying to help him so he doesn't get hurt, so he doesn't run into traffic, so he doesn't. I think they're trying to calm the man down, and this man...
By jumping on him and handcuffing him.
Well, I'm saying this man was not ready to calm down, and I partly... understand that because his daughter is missing. But when you have physical contact with a cop and then you refuse to do what they've asked you to do, which isn't really a big deal. Hey, sit down. We just want to talk to you.
I'm not giving up my civil rights for anyone.
Civil rights. I get it. But if he wants, what does he want? Does he want his civil rights? Does he want his daughter found? I want my daughter found.
You can do both. And a professional police officer should be able to do both. They should be able to respect your civil rights, understand the law, and do their job at the same time.
Okay, but he's frantic and he's running around like, and I don't mean to say this awfully, like kind of a crazy person, which I get. If it's my kid and my kid is missing, I'm going to be that. You've got to calm down
and the cops
so I can talk to you.
Are telling him to sit on the ground as opposed to go look for the girl. Yeah, I'm running around.
You're running around.
Yeah, tough crap.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I do not have to follow unlawful commands. Now, I may get arrested, don't get me wrong, and then I get to file a civil rights lawsuit. But I don't have to follow unlawful commands. A police officer can ask you to do something.
Then. You don't want to help the police then.
I can help you standing up.
My daughter's gone, but I'm not going to help.
I can help you. I can do it standing up.
He wasn't helping. He was frantic. He was out of his mind worried. So my thing is, dude, let me just try and calm you down. Can you sit down and calm down? Because if you can do that, I can help you here. And he didn't do it. And so things started to get a little crazy. I'm just saying, I think the man could have done a better job. Do I like that he won't call the police again?
I think the police could have done a better job.
No, I don't like that at all.
I think Mesa police could have done a lot better job.
Hey, why couldn't both parties have done a better job? Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
We pay the police officers to do a job.
But if we listen to each other and we try and calm down, you called the police. They're here. They've already found your daughter. Hey, can we calm down? He didn't do that. And so now we've got the situation.
Yeah, he's going to win a lawsuit, by the way.
For what?
Oh, they threw him on the ground. They handcuffed him.
They didn't arrest him. He wasn't arrested.
Again, we'll go into court and we'll show this to a judge. Here's them jumping on me.
Rights?
Here's them putting me in handcuffs.
They didn't read the rights because he's not arrested.
I'm being detained.
He's not arrested. You said he was arrested. I'm telling you, he's not arrested.
Unlawfully, they detained me.
Unlawfully.
What crime do you suspect me of committing in order to put me in handcuffs? What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime? If not, you can't put me in cuffs. You can't throw me on the ground. You can't.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna just concede my civil rights.
He didn't help himself.
He might not have.
He could have helped himself. If the number one thing is getting your daughter back, you've called the police. Let the police help you. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Now, will there be a lawsuit? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out, right?
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.